Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charadine from negestyle. Today I have a tutorial on the Togo dress. The dress you're looking at right now, the picture is on the top of my screen, top right of my screen. So today's tutorial is on the tiger teeth. I call it half across. So I'm going to show you a detailed tutorial step by step how to do the tiger teeth. So the first thing I advise you to do as a learner, as a beginner, is to draw straight lines. To draw lines is like marks and directions, the lines you will follow to do your embroidery, because you might be up and down, not on the same line. So it's always advisable to draw lines when you begin, and then when you get a hand at it, you don't need to draw lines. So that's what I'm doing right now, drawing mark lines. I'm going to show you two methods to do the tiger teeth. The first method, the thread stays on top of the surface on the right side. When you flip around, there is no thread. And the second method, there's some thread on the other side when you flip it around. That's a method that's mostly used by those who do the Togo or the tiger teeth pattern. And my embroidery going to be white. It's for the sake of learning so you can see clearly. And going to do the same thing you see at the bottom of my dress. So let's go ahead. I did my marks. I'm about to start embroidery from point A to point B. As you will see as I go along, I'm doing two different methods of the tiger teeth, or half across, how I call it. The first method is stay on the surface of the dress, stay on the top of the dress. There is no thread at the bottom of the fabric. And then the second method, you have some thread at the bottom of the fabric. That's the one that's mostly used by those who do the embroidery. And also, my embroidery will be spaced out. It's big, it's wide for the sake of the tutorial so you can learn. But when you're doing it on your outfit, on your dress, on your skirt, wherever you're doing the embroidery, make sure you tie it. Make sure you make it tight, like on the dress you have on the background of my video. This is for the sake of the tutorial. That's why I have it wide and big. You can't really see the beauty, but we're doing this to learn. So I'm picking just a little bit of the fabric on the surface that can carry the yarn. Don't take just one strand because it's not going to carry the thread. So you pick a little bit. Again, I didn't talk much about the thread because I thought you should know about it. You have to use 1 yard because the embroidery thread is already like thick. It's thick wool. So you will using just 1 yard. You could use 2 depending on the design you're doing. But for the tiger teeth, use 1 yard because it's already 1 yarn. Because it's already tied up together. That makes a beauty already. And make sure you knot the thread at the bottom before you start embroidery, or else it's gonna come out. So those are the little details I didn't talk about because I assume you already know it based on my first video that I show a little more details. So this is my first method, as I said in the beginning, where I'm using my thread stays on the top of the fabric. My thread stays on the top of the material. I don't go at the bottom. I stay just at the top. So make sure it's not tight. While you drag the thread, if you feel some pressure, like lose it out a little bit. Because if it's tight, the dress will be gathered together. You don't want it that way. So pull the thread, make sure it's loose. Don't make it too tight. Situations like this will happen when the thread is wrapped up together. Make sure your thread is behind. Like, you see how I flip it back? You see? Always watch the way your stitches go when you pull out the thread. When it goes behind the stitch, make sure you bring it on the top as I did, and go ahead and continue your job. Alright, I'm done with the first method. I'm going to flip it around so you can understand and see what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. When you turn it around, there is less thread. You see? I just pick a few yarns, like a little bit of fabric. So the opposite side, there is no thread. But the one you see, the commercial one, the one that's mostly used by those who do the Togo embroidery, there is thread. So that's the next method I'm about to start. The one when you could see the threads hanging in the back. You could see the thread passing on the opposite side of the dress. So that's the one I'm about to start right now. So at the end or on the comment section, I would like to hear from you which method you think is easier, which method you think is beautiful, which method you think is easier or faster. For the second method, if you remember, the first method I started at the bottom, but the second method I'm starting on the top, and I'm bringing my thread down to that meeting point. And I'm going to the next point from the bottom. On the first method, I was going to the next point on the top, on the surface. But on the second method, I'm going to the next point from the bottom. So you can see some thread at the bottom. That's why you see some threads running at the bottom, because I'm going to the next point. I'm going from next point A to point B from the bottom. But the first method, I was going from point A to point B on the surface. I stayed on the surface of the fabric. So as I said, on the comment section, let me know which one is easier for you. Let me know which one is faster for you. Let me know which one you think is cleaner. So I'm going to go ahead and do it slowly so you can see. Remember, the sake of this video is a tutorial. This video is a learning video. That's why I'm going slowly. I'm taking my time to do it over and over so you can learn and go along and practice with me. Learn with me. Have your thread and your fabric. Watching the video, do it along with me so you can learn. Practice make perfect, as I always said in my tutorials. So watch along and learn and do it also. Why I'm doing it, also have your fabric and thread doing the same thing. That's how you learn. All right, I'm done with the first yellow line. As you can see on my dress, there's a yellow, green, white, and red line. There you go, the bottom. When you flip around, you see all the thread passing. This is the second method. And I'm going to continue the embroidery in the second method, because why I discovered personally is that the second method is faster. The method when you see the thread behind on the opposite side is faster for me. So I'm going to continue with the second method. So if you like the first method, feel free and go ahead and do the first method. When you practice, you're going to choose which one you want to go along with. So I'm heading to the next thread. The next line will be the green thread, and the green thread is not along like the yellow line to the end. I'm going to do 3 half cross or 3 tiger teeth, and I'm beginning right here in the middle of the yellow one. Watch the points. You can see where I started, and I'm coming back. So that's the second method. Start from the top to the bottom, to the bottom, yeah. And the first method was from the bottom to the top. So I'm going along with my green thread. I'm going to do 3 tiger teeth for the green. I'm going to skip 2 tiger teeth, 2 yellow tiger teeth. I do another 3 green tiger teeth. I skip 2 yellow tiger teeth, and I'm doing another 3 green tiger teeth. All right, it might sound confusing when I'm saying it, but when you watch the video and you go along, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going ahead with the green, then I'll go ahead with the white, then I'll go ahead with the red. We're learning, guys. We're learning how to do this stitches. We're learning how to do this design on the Toghu threads. So I'm showing you the marks. My next tiger teeth begins right there. It's like a diamond shape when you put them together. It's like diamond. In math, you call that diamond shapes. When you have the two together, it gives you a diamond. So that's how you do it, from one point to the other. Remember, the starting point is in the center of the first yellow one. See, that's my starting point right there, right there. So I'm gonna stop talking. Just watch your video and learn, because I try my best to make it really, really easy and easy to understand. So I hope that serves the purpose. I hope you're learning. I hope you understand what I do. If you have any question, feel free to go to the comment section and ask whatever you're not cleared with. So I'm gonna go along and keep doing it, and do it along with me also, so you can learn and be on the same page. I'm almost done with the green. As you see, I skipped two tiger teeth. Like it's like a W of the yellow to start with the green. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw the next line for the white thread. I'm drawing lines for the sake of the tutorial, so you can understand. That it's not gonna be easy for you to draw a straight line to do the embroidery on straight line if you're a beginner. So that's why I advise you to draw the lines for a first time, or when you're not sure about your lines, about doing it straight. Put mark points. Just put some points with a chalk. It's gonna wipe out as you go along. So I'm going ahead with the white. I'm using the second method, as I said. That's the easier method for me. That's the fastest method for me. Now I understand why it is used commercially, because that's what those ladies use to mark faster, faster. Not the first method. That method is slow. It looks neat when you flip the fabric around, but it's not something you can use for commercial purpose. It's not something you can use when you're trying to go fast or when you have a lot of embroidery to do. Stick to the second method. I'm continuing with the white, then I'm gonna go ahead with the red. So just keep watching and let's do this. All right, I'm done. Yeah, see how our design came out? When you flip around, you can see all the threads passing around. This is for my subscriber who asked me to show the other side of the fabric. I hope this video helps. I hope this video is clear for you. I hope this video answered all your questions. And please, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit your notification bell, because we're gonna have a lot of Togo embroidery. So that's how my design came out, and I'll catch you on the next one.